Kia ora te whānau. Thank you very much for tuning in here today for another beautiful day here at the Aquarium project. I don't really have anything all that exciting to show you in terms of different stuff than last time, so I'm just going to start by asking if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. Getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, aside from that, we'll kind of just get going with the main topic. I kind of just am going to be raging against the, shaking my fist kind of thing. So, yeah, but hopefully this video is interesting for you all. And yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. But aside from that, let's get into the main topic for today's video, eh? So what I wanted to talk about today is something that seems to be pretty universally kind of agreed on. Pretty much every hobbyist I speak to seems to agree. It's an issue that everyone seems to raise, but then no one seems to think about it at the same time, if that makes sense. And that is about the height of aquarium stands, at least insofar as like the, off-the-shelf kind of display cabinets that you'll get. So yeah, I'll kind of show you what I mean here. So this is a dual aquarium here that I've got just to kind of show you guys. And so what we'll do is I'll put that there, if we get that right next to the ground. There it is. So it's like roughly 75 centimeters off the ground. And quite frankly, I just think that is far too short. Basically, like if you're up close like this, then you're just looking down on it and it's hard to see. And it's one that kind of everyone seems to agree on is not a very good height for them. Like, yeah, from there to there is like 75 centimeters. And I just think it makes it so much harder to look at the tank, which is like obviously what we all want to do. We all want to look at the aquarium. That's the most fun part. So it's just kind of crazy. And I'll show you guys another tank that has a stand that I made that's a bit taller that kind of shows what I mean. So I got this tank here, which is my tank for Jeremy the Red Oscar plus his assorted mates. And so I made this one, and here you can see it's like a bit over 1 meter tall. So it's like on me, like if I stand up next to it, it's like just a bit over my hip. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's just a little bit over my hip, and it's just a far better height. It's like actually at the height you can look at it, Like I can just stand here and look at it. I don't have to be crouching over. Like, this is, hold on, that's kind of my eye level there. So like, it's just perfect. It's like at chest height. And I think this kind of ties in quite nicely to what I was talking about the other day when we were talking about tall aquariums being good for displays. Oh yeah, so I want to clarify, I'm just talking about display aquariums here, but the other day when we were talking about display aquariums, we were saying how they're all short, right? Like not very tall. But then we've got the stands also being real short. So you're ending up with the tank, like the top of the tank, like here roughly, on that other dual tank, which is like obviously no good. And then you come back here, you come back here and you can see it's just like so much more stunning and powerful of a display. Like it's really at the level where it's like it kind of just makes viewing it and consuming it a lot easier. So the reason I think a lot of people worry about having a tank that's a bit, well, there's kind of a couple reasons. I'd say the two most common reasons people worry about having a tank tall is number one, the cleaning. And I really don't think people need to worry about the cleaning. Like it's no different to anything else. I just get a step ladder, or don't tell health and safety people, like don't tell WorkSafe this, but I just stand on an upturned bucket and then just do it normally. Otherwise, you can get a proper ladder and such. But yeah, it's very easy. And then the other thing people worry about is the stability. Not seeking stability, like how stable the stand is. And I think that does definitely make sense. I think with the smaller tanks, say like a 20 gallon 70 liter tank, you'd probably be worried about it. But for a tank like this, say a couple 100 liters plus, it's not going to really matter. It'll be so kind of heavy that it stays stable, if that makes sense. The other thing you can do is obviously this tank here has quite a short stand, but then it's quite tall, the actual tank itself. So I really think that we need to consider kind of eye lines and where your eyes would sort of stay, or the eyes of like an average person. Like obviously, if you're super tall or super short, that's going to change it. But, especially in a public place like in your living room or that, you might want to consider where the eye line of your average person is going to be. And then At the moment, unfortunately, you probably have to make a stand or get a cabinet maker or someone to actually make a proper stand. But keep it in that space where it's like you're making it as easy to look at as possible, because the easier it is, the more beautiful it's going to be, and the more people are going to kind of get out of it, and the more people are going to see. So yeah, I really think this video kind of goes hand in hand with that height of an aquarium thing we were talking about, but I think it is a little bit different. Particularly if you're keeping a bunch of cories, for example. Like if this is my tank and I'm keeping a bunch of cories, I can just walk straight up to it. Again, this is like my eye line. And then the cories will be like right here, like, I don't know, what's that, like at my nipple level? I don't know if that's, hopefully I don't get cancelled for that, but yeah, it's like at nipple level, and it's like perfect. I can just stand there and look at them. Or, you know, like these featherfin synodontis, whatever. But if it was like, you know, a normal tank, it's like below my waist, so I have to like bend over and look at them. It's a pain in the ass. I don't really get as much out of it. So I think this is something we really do need to consider, is like how we're going to be enjoying it and how we're going to be consuming our fish. Consuming in the sense of like enjoying and getting our positives out of them. And yeah, it's something I think, you know, companies like making tanks, you know, your Jules and your Aqua ones, and you know, your custom tank people or whatever brands you've got around your neck of the woods, is really something that we should be considering when we're making these tanks. Because of course it does make sense to have them lower, so I'm not saying it doesn't, but I think having that option, and particularly for, you know, your display aquariums and that, having them higher is actually a really fantastic idea to really get the most out of your aquarium. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. It is kind of a bit of a weird little video, but it's something I think that a lot of people get a lot more out of, is having these tanks a bit more closer to their eye line or their eye level, so that obviously it makes it easier to see the fish, which is what we all like. We all like looking at our fish, that's why we keep them. So yeah, if anyone from Jewel or Aqua One or something is watching, some random guy in New Zealand said you should do it, so you know, I'm watching. But yeah, other than that, that's basically all I had. Definitely check out the video I done about tall aquariums, because I think that really pairs well with this one. But yeah, other than that, hope you guys having a lovely weekend. Hope you're enjoying your fish. Check out our podcast channel. Check out the 3 Idiots Talk Aquariums podcast. Everything's linked down below. But yeah, other than that, hope you guys enjoy your aquariums. Have fun. Send me your pictures. Do your water changes. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, hello. They're all trying to see what I'm doing. But yeah, sorry, I'll stop getting distracted. But thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love you all so much. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.